Okay. Welcome again to the Logan's Hour. Today is Tuesday, September 27, 2022. To all of my followers out there, to all of those who make it their duty to always check on the Logan's Hour, I want to say welcome again to the Logan's Hour. Today, edition of the Logan's Hours promise to be good. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on which part of the world you are. We are grateful you are here again to be part of this all important Tuesday edition of the Logan's Hour. And today, I'll be joined by two of my colleagues. They're going to be in studio here with me today, and trust me, we will have too many other things to discuss, and we will discuss issues that are relevant to our community as well. And we will also talk about issues that are outside our community. So we also want to say to those of you celebrating the month of September, we want to say happy birthday. And those of you who had your wedding anniversary in the month of October, I mean, say September, I want to say happy wedding anniversary again. And as usual, when we start, we normally go to our commercials before we go in the photo. So let's play one of our major commercial first. Then we will be back. Thank you for joining us again.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that V girl is sexy.
Te Maria V. Gertie Sentia. Oh, dear Gertie, my dear brother. You know how to touch the microphone, my man. That's your area. So thank you again for joining us today. I have this news here from Liberia. We have been training for some time. One of my dear friend brother, Michael Owen Brown. I know Michael Owen Brown very well. He was writing for one of the newspapers in Liberia. He was appointed by the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency President George Weah. He was appointed as I think ambassador or something to the UK for maritime, something like that. So, and he was involved in a rape allegation in South Korea. He and one of the other colleagues, and the side, but we have zero tolerance to those kind of things. And want to say to the Liberian government, though we are friends to him, but we want the right thing to be done. The president need to investigate this matter. If my dear friend brother, if he's found guilty of the act, he should be prosecuted, and whatever the penalty is, he going to face them. And before we go to our topics, we will just a split second here. I got something I want to just. I'll be back just a second.
Hey, beautiful ladies of Indianapolis. Are you looking for a beauty place where you can buy all your latest human hairs and other beauty accessories? Look no more. The MD Beauty Salon, located at 3429 Kentucky Avenue, is just that right spot for all your beauty needs. At MD's, our customers' satisfaction is our foremost priority. Our staffs are friendly and accommodating. Contact us today on 317-360-2624. MD Beauty Salon, your one-stop shop for all your beauty needs. And hey, ladies, when you get there, tell Mariette that the girl is sincere.
Tell Maria V. Gertis sent here. And don't forget to tell Maria I heard it on Philip Logan show. What's up, FOP? What's up, FOP? So to all of my FOP members out there, I want to say shout out to you guys. I love you guys. I care about you guys, and you guys are doing fantastic. And I know the work you guys can do, and I know the work you guys are doing. So keep doing what you're doing. The end will justify the means. They say the race is not to the swift, but he that endure into the end. So FOP, I cross my heart to you. Trust me, you guys are the real deal. All right, so let's get to it. Tonight, I will be joined by my sister, Bernie Alpha. And you all know Bernie Alpha. She do not shy away. She's tough talking. And before I get to Bernie Alpha, let me just recognize a few people who's following us here tonight. I want to say thank you, Celine Valentino, and thanks to Isaac Goffin, Eve Goffin, Olivia Cheyi, Precious Logan, Mawen Sosa, Peter Howard, Tutu Makati, Vera Hamu, Samar Hamu Logan, the King Yuji Doswa, Banning Ware, Roland Akwe, the Crown Ambassador, Honorable Zion Glad Cheyi. Oh my God, she said she watching from Canada. It's Celine. They got to put her in real see a little give her. Wasn't she watching for Canada? Mr. Alvin, Logan, Raji, and all here tonight. So tonight promise to be good as usual. So to all of you following me on Facebook, I see on Facebook here, I see G Consistent Morris. I see tons of other people. Let me just recognize the people who on Facebook, because the people near recording day on the app, and some people on Facebook, they do not appear on the app like that. So I see G Consistent Morris. I see a lot of other people here, 17 others. So we want to say thanks to everyone who make it their duty to join the Logan's Hour. So always make it your duty to come and listen to us. You know, we are here for three cardinal reasons. That is the ABC. We have to be accurate, we have to be balanced, and we have to be credible. So that's why we owe to our listeners to be accurate, balanced, and credible. So we want to say thank you. Thank you so much for joining us again today. I think you all aware that we are in the electionary season. Most of these conversations will be all about what is happening right now in the Liberian community, and we'll also talk about what is happening outside the Liberian community, but specifically we'll have our interest in the Liberian community. So today's conversation, we will be discussing something that happened yesterday. And I know some of you who have been following the conversation, some of you felt so bad about it. I received tons of calls, and I wasn't following because I was engaged into other things. And I had a meeting yesterday. It was very late. I couldn't follow all of the happenings. And I received calls that, hey, you got to say something. There's one of the elders in the community who has been so derogatory to one of the females in the community. And this elder, he purporting to be from one of the other camps that into this election. Listen, man, election will come and go. Election will come and go. We have to be civil. We have to respect the views of others. We shouldn't allow this community election to tear us apart. I know in the coming days, today is just the 27th, we have up to October 31st to climax campaign. We are not campaigning, as we stated. You people are campaigning. Why will you be fighting your own? I'm not supporting those kind of attitude. Trust me. You can be my friend, you can be my brother, you can be my sister. If you go down low to be that derogatory to a female, I cannot support those kind of attitudes. And what happened yesterday, the elder who said that to the female, I want to say, you need to stop. Those things are not necessary. Those things are not necessary. We belong in this community. We will live here after the election. After the election is like people are going to kick penalty. Whether you like it or not, somebody going to win. It's like you're playing Ludo. Ludo game cannot draw. Ludo game, we always have a winner. So you don't have to be that derogatory to somebody, especially for a female. I'm surprised I didn't see a lot of females running with this and talking about it and overemphasizing on it. I'm surprised I didn't see that. Oh, because it wasn't from the camp. Philip Logan. Oh, okay, okay. I understand. I understand why people never talk about it much. Because Philip Logan is the sweetest apple in town. That when it comes from his camp, then that's a talking point. But when it comes from the other camp, nobody cares. And which of course is bad. And the editor who is involved with this, I think I heard that he has been removed from the group chat, and he went into another chat room, and he stated, "I still support Tim Parker," which of course it is a right to support whoever you want to support, but at least due to the popular outcry, be a little remorseful. Apologize to her. Put down your pride. Say sorry. It doesn't tear up your skin. Trust me. If you was one of those members of Friends of Philip, we were going to reject your membership. Or we're going to ask you to go and apologize. We do not condone that in our camp. And we are saying to the other camp, we understand you put out your press statement, distancing yourself from that, but that doesn't distance you either. That further include you. Because that press statement wasn't strong enough. It never carry any weight. That's the wrong move. Mr. I don't want to call her name because we all live here. Probably other people might use that to say some stuff to him, but please, man, I know you say you are a very good listener of the Logan's Hour. We want to say those things are not healthy for us. And let's live here together. Let's enjoy this community. We know we are in the electioneering processes. The election will pass. Trust me. A few days from now, we will be all to the park eating chicken, eating meat, playing on the sun, playing in the rain. We will forget that whoever the president will be speaking to each other and talking and passing and having different conversation until the next 3 years again. We shouldn't use this time to say some hurtful things to ourselves. And in the end, you can look into your brother eye, you can look into your sister eye because he says something during the campaign process. I wish, of course, to repair the damages, it costs a lot. I say this to you. I understand my dear brother was appointed. He plays a role. He's now appointed as the presidential spokesperson. I like him. He's a very smart guy. I understand his point. Some people ask me why he's not on your side. We cannot be on the same side. This is a democratic process. We all have to choose our side, and which is healthy for our community. And after this election, we're all going to return to our very homes and our very grouping that we are all part of, and we'll be all to the park playing soccer. But let's just cut off some of those remarks that would be so hurtful, some of those things that would be so hurtful. And I know we filed a complaint to the EEC, I'm now to the EC, or maybe the bowl. Yeah, we filed to the bowl, and we CC every other institution. We are waiting on that complaint. But whatever thing that would divide us, whatever statement that would sound derogatory, let refrain from them. This community belongs to you, it belongs to me. We all should live here. This place should be enabling for every Liberian. No one person should think that they are more superior than the other. We just simply differ on the policy issues, but we are not enemies. We are all brothers. And I have my sister, Brenny Alpha. She's in the background here. I can see her. Today, when I spoke to her, she felt so hurt about the statement I was made on the group chat. And she said she want to speak about it. And another thing that caught her attention when she said that the issue of people try to bring uh, issue about tribal sentiment in community election, she feels it make no sense. Those are some of the things that divide community. Those are the things that brought war in Liberia, the 14-year devastation that we went through. Those are the reasons why we do not go forward. We always go backward because we do not look at what unite us. We always look at what divide us. And she makes some points, and I reason with her. I reason with her. And those issues that coming from key players shouldn't be tolerated. My own friend and brother, he vying for the general secretary position. He brought the argument up. He raised the concern in the group chat. He made people to start talking about tribal issue in community election. Robert Kerry, which of course it makes no sense. The first thing you need to do, if you want to compare the Liberian Constitution with any other constitution, then you have to define how many counties the Bassa people belong to. The Bassa people originated from 4 counties: Moserado County, Riverside County, Grand Bassa County, and Makibi County. So it is a crime for the Bassa men to come from Riverside and the other Bassa men come from Makibi? No. Even the Constitution of the United States of America, it states that no president and vice president can come from the same state. So those arguments shouldn't be in here. Anything that would divide us, that has to do with tribalism, we will kick it out of here. It would never be entertained in this community. Mr. Kerry, Article 52 that you cited, please take it back. This community will remain peaceful. It will never be divided on tribal lines. It will never be divided on older people and younger people. It will never be divided on any lines. We are one people. We are one people. We don't necessarily have to be dividing ourselves, looking for reason to divide ourselves. This election is just a few months from now. The same people you're talking to, after when you win this election, you expect them to work for you. You expect them to work with you. So you have to stop that. And those kind of statements shouldn't be coming from you as a candidate in this race. And another person again who play a very pivotal role in this thing. He part of the campaign team of the other side, Albert Moduba. Those divisive statements, you came on here and called another Liberian woman a Lebanese, that no Lebanese woman will ever have a place in this community. That is wrong. That is divisive. And that kind of statement should be coming from someone who claims to be an educated person. Those things that would divide us should be tolerated. And we don't need to be saying those things. I'm hurt if I see people doing those things. I welcome my sister in studio, the tough talking Bernie Alpha, who deserve to serve our community, who applaud to serve us community. And it's an honor to serve your community. My hearts are out to you, all of you guys who applaud to serve this noble community. I want to say thank you for stepping up. Not everybody will be brave to step up. Very few people will open their chests to the bullet. The rest of them will only just listen and accept business as usual. And there's no more time to be experimenting. It's about time for intentional living. So to those of you who step up, I want to say thank you. Thanks for serving your community. From the team Parker, from the team Logan, all of you guys are the real deals. Thanks for serving your community. Let me bring in my sister, Brenny Alpha. We'll bring my brother in shortly. Hey, Brenny, how are you? How are you?
Hello, how are you guys doing today? Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a lovely day at work. And we are here to discuss some topics, of course, that are not flattering, but it needs to be addressed. And we are here to just bring awareness to what's going on and make sure that people who do not have good faith in our community don't come in and create division among us. And we are trying to fight for unity with everybody.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you again for accepting to serve your community, which we really do appreciate. And I have my dear brother and Frank in the back, Mr. Ivan Jivon Smith. I know the man in the dark tonight, he from work or going to work, one of them. But officer, how are you? You are muted.
Oh, my brother. Good afternoon. Good evening to everyone. Let's drop all those titles. Yeah, I just let it go by Smith. You
Yeah,
know me from day one.
yeah, that's
I like
that's
to I
good.
like to play on it with the common people. Because we are all common people. We are all commoners at the end of
Yeah.
the day. You know. Yeah, I will be also be commenting on the issues rising in the community concerning tribalism, uh, concerning how we address women and, and things like that. Also, I would try to emphasize on a point made by the opposition team, the
Mm,
other side, uh,
okay.
where they're talking about their statement coming against what was said.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, their own statement will explain it all. Their own statements will speak for itself. And you have to enlighten the people, enlighten our community to, show exactly who they are, what their true intents are, based on what they themselves say. Facts, not what I say or what I think or what I believe. It's what they
Okay.
themselves say. So it will be interesting.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jivon Smith. The man came firing, and I can't wait to hear from him shortly. All right, let's hear from my dear brother and friend, Mr. G. Morris Gould.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here again. Yeah, I listened to you. Thank you for the few words you gave our general, who are one people after elections. We will still need the people that will make it play with. That's the thing I can just sometimes say and just feedback. Because after the election, we are calling for unity. During the process of the election, that account we calling for unity. Then after election, we call for unity. Then at the answer, because at the answer we having debate or campaign. Campaign is to encourage people, to convince people to vote for you. It's not about making proud. It's not about attacking people. So I'm gonna say thank you very much for the encouragement to the Parker side, also to our side. Uh, Yesterday on the group chat was very frustrating. Everybody monitoring the group chat. We're in a different country. We found ourselves into the gray land. We need to be thinking big, how to do something back for our people. But we are making plan about travel land, travel thing, this, that. sometimes, so, it's discouraging. There are other people that just come into the community that will get a lot of people that in the community just coming. It's discouraging. It's very discouraging. Let me stop right there.
Thank you so much, my dear brother G Consistent Morris and Morris Gore, commonly known as G Consistent. So tonight we will be talking about two major issues that happened yesterday on the Liberian Association of Indiana Community chat room. Now, one of the elders of the community referred to a female in a derogatory way, which of course it blew it out, and that led to the administration taking some administrative actions. That individual, he was removed immediately from the WhatsApp chat. I think he stayed in the messenger chat, which for some reason the administration has their own reason why they can remove you from one and keep you in one, which of course you do not question the administration. And I spoke to my sister this morning on my way to work, Bernie, and she had a serious concern about the issue of elders in the community referring to a female in that minor, and she felt that that is wrong, that shouldn't be tolerated, and that should have no place in our community. And Brandy, I really appreciate you for that this morning to express your concern in that way. She said that was so divisive. So I will turn to you, Bernice. Let's hear from you first on that. Then we go to uh, Jeevan Smith. Then we will go to Murray to hear from him on that identical matter as well. Go ahead, Brandy. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, so on that, I just feel like it's so disheartening because we, as the young people, we look up to the youngsters. I mean, to the old, the elders for wisdom and for them to be able to, if we have problems, we come to them in a community to help us navigate through those problems and issues to resolve them. So if you are attacking, a female, all because she just was trying to advocate for somebody to be added to the group, that's not means for you to attack her. And on the other thing with that is just we all have to know that we all have to be respectful of each other's time, each other uh comments, that we everything we have to say, people have to be respectful to it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like if she's advocating for somebody else to be added, there's no reason for you to throw shots and say, oh well, we don't need any people that will just be around for election. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
it's not word for word, but summarizing kind of what he insinuated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's we are including everybody in the community, even in the America that we in, that we want to mimic what we do by. They have new voters every year. You
Yeah.
want to encourage people to be affiliated with the community and to come in and serve and help make our community better. You don't want to make people feel like, oh, because they're out of a certain statue or they're a woman or they new or whatever the case may be, that they don't have a right to come into a community and be accepted as is. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. We all human beings. We all been through things in life, and just it's just disheartening, as I stated, for somebody of his stature to speak to a woman like that. Because if that's somebody, people look up to him.
It's true.
So if people think that's okay, if he's showcasing that type of behavior, then what are the young men supposed to follow if that's what they're looking up to?
Yeah. So just to add to that, Bernice, because some people following us, they really don't know what actually he said, and they want to know the part that grabbed everybody attention, that when he referred to her by saying, "Because of your psych report, I ain't going to comment." That was so disrespectful. He dropped the balls. Let's hear from Jivan. Jivan, come in.
Yeah. So the issue, we have to approach it from different angles, and one of it is I know that the female that was being referred to, that's a veteran of the United States military. You know, people go through stuff. We talk about PTSD and whatsoever, and those are some of the stigmas that those who serve, you know, apart from maybe our Liberian community, in the general American society, you know, those are issues that, if based on whatsoever it is, people take very seriously. They try to, accommodate those issues that arise from people that go through traumatic events,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Yeah, and that reports might come up. Sometimes that's why one of the reasons why we Liberians who try to shy away from even discussing those kind of personal matters, because somebody will try to use it against you tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not even considering the background of it. Um, but interestingly enough, I want to go straight to the issue of, or include that in going to the issue of tribalism that
Yeah.
was being blended out yesterday.
Please do. Please
Uh,
do.
the background, a little background there is you being from Margibi County. I'm from Riverside County.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand most of these guys, you can speak and you can type well those terminologies, and you may have control over, like one of our dear brothers say, you have control over the English language, so no one can teach him and stuff like that. But knowledge and understanding is two different things. And it's in the Bible, it say get wisdom, get knowledge. But then it didn't just stop there, because if knowledge and understanding were the same, what wouldn't have specified. It said, but in
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
that getting, get understanding,
Yeah.
you know. So having knowledge is one thing. But even with that, the knowledge is something I would question at this point in time. Because if you know the history of people from Margibi, Margibi is two different tribes. Rero says it's more than one tribe. Majority of them don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If people from Rero says, usually would speak both tribes. And in fact, even in the Basas in Rero says, they have two different, maybe three different type of Basas that is spoken in Rero says.
It's
So
true.
those just, but that's not the point. Just to even base on one qualification or the input of society based on the tribe. That's just, I thought we past this stage. We're in an advanced society. We came from a country where tribalism caused a lot of hurt, pain that people we are still dealing with today. Our parents, we have family members that just based on the tribe, which is just completely wrong. And for someone to even bring it up and think they're playing politics, and you think this is someone that campaign something, come on, you guys need to stop. This is low, this is sickening. And then, to my dismay, with all due respect for the press secretary from Team Parker, one of well-spoken gentleman. I mean, very salient in his point. I mean, his opinion is something that I always look forward to hearing. Whether he's critical of me or supporting me, I still like to hear his point. But in Team Parker's statement that he wrote, that was approved by the candidate. And then when you see in the chat room, the aspiring vice president gave a thumbs up to it. The the aspiring president, the first lady, gave a thumbs up to it. She gave a heart sign to it. And let me read what they wrote, and I will express a point on that. So if my camera goes off, is because I'm switching screen, but I'm leaving my mic on, I'm going to read what they wrote. It said, meanwhile, quote, meanwhile, Tim Parker viewed the issue of tribal settlements very seriously and don't condone any tribalism or retrogressive attacks that will hurt the campaign from, unquote, it's continuing. From Office of the Press Secretary, Tim Parker, approved Mr. Julius Parker, presidential candidate. So they're talking about that will hurt the campaign. This is not a campaign issue. So okay, once it don't hurt the campaign, it hurt the community as large. You're okay with it? Really? So your whole goal is, oh, this is what you say is bad. Going to make the campaign a little bad. After the campaign tomorrow, what happened to our community? So I think that they rule it. Mr. Parker approved it. The aspiring vice president from the other side, he gave it a thumbs up. And this is the message he's sending to us today. So you got, I mean, it's something I would call everyone out there to be very cautious about. They're saying that that once they don't attack, it shouldn't hurt the campaign. So after
So,
the campaign, then
so
screw the community.
let me ask a question. So you mean they wrote the press conference because they knew or they feel that statement will hurt their campaign?
Yeah, I mean, it's there. It's in black and white. I didn't write it. I'm not going to interpret. It's in black and white. I read it. I can read it again. It said, Team Parker view the issue of tribal settlements
Mm-hmm.
very seriously
Mm-hmm.
and don't condone any tribalism or retrogressive attacks that will hurt the campaign. I didn't write it. I'm not adding words or taking away words. It's right there.
Yeah, I got
And
it
it
too.
said,
I can post it as well.
okay, so the community, that's the community will be the judge. Our community dwellers should be the judge. That's the main concern about it ain't hurting the campaign. Whether it hurt other people, it hurt their family, it divide our community tomorrow. Well, I don't know. Are they saying screw that? You know? So that's an issue that have to be taken very seriously. I think this shows some of the motives they're trying to hide. But character is not something that you can you can conceal for too long. You know? That's the story about the naked truth that we all laugh about. The other day that was said about unspoken statesman.
Mm-hmm.
It's the story of the naked truth. The truth is naked. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, you're right.
And then um so we have these issues that we have to keep dealing with. At what point in time we're going to grow up? I talk about growing up, I'm not talking about age. I had a good debate with with a couple of our senior brothers in the community where they talk about gray hair and means wisdom and this and that age means you have wisdom and like I pose a simple question to them. You got a
So
gray
just
hair
just a
child with
second. Those of you who don't know what Jivan was talking about, this is the press statement right there. And if you go to the third paragraph, you see what he just mentioned about the major concern is the statement that comes from whoever person that talking about tribalism would just affect their campaign, so the person should desist before you affect their campaign. So there you have it. Go ahead,
yeah.
Jivan.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I gave a question to a couple of um, our seniors in the community, and I love when they engage in those kind of exchange of ideas because it make us, for me personally, it make me to rethink, go back, assess some position, ideas, how I see things. And we'll debate on the issue of wisdom. Say age, wisdom comes with age automatically. And we went back and forth. I asked a simple question and I didn't get a response.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a gray hair child molester and you have a black hair child molester, I'm talking about someone young, and the person is become a child molester that's been proven by law, and you got both of them, who you gonna leave the child with?
I know that has to do with wisdom.
I mean, so the gray hair make our wisdom, who will leave the child? Really?
No, no.
These kind of blanket statements and overgeneralizations, we have to stop. We can do better. Let's talk about the issue. Let's deal with it based on the merits of what the person bring to the table. Let's question it. Let's test the motives. Let's what input they bring. So and then I want to also bring this one in a little bit off topic, but it's going to
Mm-hmm.
tie in. Going to catch it
Yeah,
real quick.
yeah. Go ahead.
Um, this coming Saturday we have they said this Saturday is when the Bon County Association having the program, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to at this point also encourage every Liberian. I know that somebody through the travel Sunday, somebody referred to me as Pastor Jivon. It was the
Okay.
funniest thing I've ever heard. I've never been referred as Pastor Jivon before in my entire life. It really had me cracking up yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to take it upon this time. If my dear brothers and sisters, we gonna have link to Bon County also, from Bon County. If they will, I hope they don't see I'm being disrespectful. If they confer upon me, I would
Mm-hmm.
like to invite the Liberian community at this position. Say, hey, Keller G1 is inviting everybody uh, to our Bon County event.
I like that. I like
um,
that.
I don't know if you're from different county, please come. It's a Liberian event. Where you from Lofa, then I'll say, well, Loma Jivon is inviting you. You
Yeah.
from Grand G there. Grand G is inviting you. You from Grand Crew, the crew, or Crew G is inviting you. I just like to say, Liberia G is inviting you to one of our events.
Thank you so much. I like
Before
that.
we start here. All right,
I,
bro. Thank
I
you for
like.
having me.
All right, Jivon. Thank you so much. Jivon Smith said he was just chipping in. And Bernie, let's hear from you on this tribalism issue. What do you stand with it?
I mean, I kind of think it's crazy because, like, somebody wrote in the chat that here's the thing,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's getting paid to do this job. So we are all volunteering our services.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword volunteering our services to better our community. So when you talk about tribalism and things like starting war, now you're taking it really deep because what war will we start in America? And then you say, oh well, the pastor association might get all the favoritism. None of us is part of the association. I'm not Bassa. You're not running well. Your whole team not Bassa. So how can you say tribalism? That means you will have to be able, in order for it to be tribalism, you have to be able to convince the other people on your team that are not Bassa to be able to,
To
conquer
convince
wherever
everybody. Of,
fiasco you're trying to prove or they're trying to think you're trying to do.
of
So
course.
you can't say that. And by pointing that out, you guys are creating chaos in the community because here is why. There are people here also, from that community. And it's disheartening for you to accuse somebody of tribalism when they have had no track record of that. Accusation in this community without facts, I have seen since been getting involved, is a problem. People just like to get on the computer, type anything that comes to their mind and say it just to spew dirt on somebody else's name. That's not inclusion. That's not what you should be trying to do in the community if you want everybody to feel included. People, we need, like everybody said, we all have to be in this community after this go on.
It's
You
true.
need to stop accusing people without facts. If you don't have any facts on anything they have done to prove, to show you any bit of division in the community, you shouldn't go based on that. We also have a board in a community that checks everything to make sure it goes correct. So how can one person or two people start a tribalism war, as you guys want to say, when we have other people on the board that's not the same? And we work along with the community to make this better. It's not just, you know, where he comes and say, oh, this is what the rule is going to be and this is what the rule is. We have people to answer to as well as the community. So for you to be spilling that out there and that's not what it actually is, that's not right. And that is what is creating the separation in the community as we speak. Everybody can try to say they didn't see it on the chat. You saw it. We are in America. You cannot start a tribalism war in somebody else's country. So please stop creating that narrative like that's what's going on, because we need facts. See, the thing about election, people like to just say anything. You have to back things up with facts. You have to be able to show that he or anybody else on his camp have shown that that's what they want to do, is a takeover. This is not what this is about. So that's not what the topic or the issue should be focusing on. We have other real things that's going on in the community that people need to be focusing on. Those are the topics, not spewing false accusations.
Thank you so much, Brandy. So we will be right back. When we come back, we will go to the issue that one party of one member of the other side who plays a real role. I think he's assisting or deputy campaign chairperson. He referred to one of our young lady in this community as a Lebanese. So when we come back, we go straight into that topic. Okay, we are back, and see Brandon in the back here. Let me bring her back on. Okay, her camera is off. So, Javon, I know you've been following of late, and it has been, I think, few weeks now. I have the screenshot. I don't need to post that as well, but I think everybody in the community knows about that. I think the administration was also involved, and I think, to my recollection, the president called the individual and spoke to him that these kind of statements will not be tolerated in the community. And if I can just quote him, he said that no Lebanese woman will be first lady in this community. How dare can a brother who is a deputy campaign spokesperson speak to another Liberian and calling her a Lebanese? Is it because of her complexion, or what are those bases that he called another Liberian or Lebanese? Gifon, you care to chip in that, please? You are muted.
Sure, I like to chip into that. Yeah, it's
Okay.
disheartening in the least of terms it's disheartening. I really don't know what to really say and not come off so angrily. We know the history. Maybe these guys, they either don't know the history or they choose to ignore the history. Because if you're talking about Liberia and Liberian descent, we have people of all complexion. I can remember when bro, oh, we even joke and say like bro, where man, like bro,
Mm,
where woman,
mm,
someone that have a real lighter complexion. We know our history goes back to closely linked going back to slave time, going back to slavery in the United States. Because of the free slaves when they were trying to resettle them back somewhere in Africa, it was Liberia is the land I was chosen.
mm-hmm.
We know no one pick who their parents are. We don't get to pick who our parents would be. I mean, it would be awesome. Maybe I'll be having like purple eye on one on the left side and I don't know, blue eye on the right side because that's my favorite colors. Based on my parents on the background, God get to pick. We do not. In all seriousness, you know, it just reminded me of a point. I remember when I was approached the first group of individuals I approached me to run along with you as a fire standard bearer. They didn't ask me about tribe, you know. They didn't ask me about tribe, and interestingly, I don't think any of them are even from the Kwa speaking group. But they know that you from the Kwa speaking group, I'm from the Kwa speaking group, and yet and still they came to me and approached me to run along with you. Well, I tell you, it is based on the fact that they know how we work, how we individually work. These were some of the very individuals I saw. I had a disagreement, but
Mm-hmm.
we
Yeah.
disagree on points, on the rules.
Yeah. I remember.
And then, yeah, when you mentioned that yesterday, I have already forgotten about that. I totally mentioned that yesterday when you came into my mind.
Yeah.
And the thing was we disagreeing about was rules, technicality, and at the end of the day, you are in a position where you could or supersede or and you superseded. There was not a right or wrong, and
Yeah.
we left it. And we went on with that, and everything went on.
Yeah.
So so that's the reason why these guys approach me. They didn't say, "Oh." Yeah, I didn't at that point in time. I didn't say, "Oh, Philip, we're from the same tribe, so let's figure out we can work agendas." No, I saw it from my point of view that
Mm-hmm.
certain things have to be done. I didn't care whether tribe or not, because that's not how we work.
It's true.
you know, if it is wrong, it is wrong. If it is right, it is right.
It's
If it's a
true.
point of disagreement, we disagree on it, and we come up to a common solution.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what tribe? So if I refer to someone with a lighter skin, a Lebanese woman, can you prove that this person is a Lebanese? You have right to deny this person a Liberian citizenship? Do you? How dare you?
Yeah, I
And
even
this
have
guy,
the comment here, but I don't want to post it right now. I have it right here. I screenshot it from on the chat because the person will warn if they repeat that they're going to be removed from the chat.
you know. And it's so apparently, like I said, the other team is they hiding something. You know, ulterior motives, you know, cannot be hidden for long. Like I always keep telling, encourage them to talk. Let them keep talking. They will reveal their true self because the truth is naked. They will
Yeah.
reveal the naked truth of who they are. Because for too long, our community has suffered from these, you know, low standard, what they call politics. And they say it's politics. Who wrote the rules for politics? Who say in politics you have to be, you know, nasty, you have to degrade other people to get your point across? Who wrote the rules? If there's I mean, a holy Bible of politics, then let us share it with us so we all can be able to see it. And even if someone did write the rules, where they got the knowledge from, we gave them the supreme say on how politics should be played. What about respect?
That's the thing. That's the thing. What happened to our core value system?
Our core values. Our I can guarantee you. I know my sister didn't pick her parents, so
Tell
now
me about it.
she's gonna be held accountable for her. You know, if if she's eligible to be a Liberian based on her parents' citizenship, she's a Liberian. You don't look at her skin color and call her what's her name. You think it's funny, and some of them think it's a joke.
It's true.
But we know, and I can guarantee you, thank God we are in a country where they uphold laws. Because we know it's not based on not because of that. These guys could even go in Korea fire and maybe attacking people based on the tribe. Maybe we'll go to gatherings and we'll be telling us, well, oh, you're from so and so tribe, and then boom, they will physically attack other people based on the tribes. These are the kind of people that we're talking about. You know, they are only hiding behind the pen, they're hiding behind that screen and texting. But these they are revealing their true character. Because you I will know, and I mentioned it on the last show. Years ago in this very same community, we have people destroying each other property. We came here to better ourselves. We have so many issues in the community. We have so many issues back home. Our people, that money you go if you're last my property, the money is all to take now to go and fix the car and fix the car tire and repair the car tire, all those things. That's money taken away from that person who be doing for a better cause. They will help you another family back home in Liberia.
It's
We are
true.
helping to establish a business. And these are the same old people that the opposition bring around. And we know it. We know that, you know, we have, like you said, the guy who posted Article 52. Someone asking a question concerning the Article 52. He posted from Liberian competition in the chat
Mm-hmm.
room. He refused to answer. Like I said, that strategy of throwing the rock and hiding your hand and you want to gain leadership. So we know what they're doing in the background. They're only revealing themselves. They cannot help themselves, but you know, we encourage them to keep coming up and keep talking. We need to engage them more. We encourage the community to engage them more, question them, make them to speak, make them to respond to you. Because as the more they respond, they will show their true narrative. They will show exactly what they are made of.
Thank you so much, G. Smith. So we'll go to our sister Brandy. Brandy, I know you've been following. The question was asked concerning one of the key person in the auto camp, who is a deputy campaign chairperson, referred to one of our Liberian sister as the Lebanese. What do you make of that?
I mean, we if you're Liberian, you're Liberian. I don't see why you have to question somebody the other nationality. You like Gvon said, you don't get to pick your parents. So you have I mean her mom Liberian. So what makes her not Liberian just like us? She served in the community, everything like that. I mean, same as me, people have questioned, oh, is she really Liberian? Yes, I was born in Liberia. I went to St. Teresa Convent. And then when it walking, just that a lot of us migrated to other countries, I did too. So the thing is that we have to start questioning people without knowing facts. Again, I am a big advocate for facts. When you come to me with anything, you have to come with facts. If you don't come with facts, anything speculation, I don't want to hear it. And it's you have to understand that before you say things, you have to know for sure. And what makes you think somebody is Liberian because some the other parent or of other nationality, but it's still Liberian? That means what? There are people here that wasn't born in Liberia, but they born here, their parents here, they serve here, and they within the community, there's no issue. So why is there an issue? Because what, she light skin, or what's the purpose? Like I'm saying again, we are all volunteering to serve our community. So therefore, nobody should be trying to knock somebody down from voluntary unless they're trying to volunteer themselves for the position or for the service that they're trying to provide. If you're not
Sure.
trying to help or be a solution, don't be a problem. Everybody want to point out problem, but I haven't seen anybody coming out and saying, oh well, here's a solution to this problem. It's always, oh, they want to break somebody else down or just question everything that they got to say, got to do. You can't drop one pin out of the circle, then oh, she's not fit. Like that's not, you don't know everybody background. You don't know the education status that they have. So you cannot just try to box somebody just by you looking at them, because like me for example, a lot of people don't know me like that, so they don't know my educational background, they don't know my speaking background, like anything. So they might want to say, oh, well, why her, why now? It doesn't matter. The problem is, if the people feel like now is the time they want to help and serve, and they are Liberian, they should be able to come in the community. We should be able to welcome them with open arms, and they should be able to serve.
Thank you so much, Bernie. So we've been here now is 2 minutes. We're going 1 hour, 2 minutes. So we will just entertain three calls tonight. On tonight's edition, we're not entertain more calls because we have been here for an hour and tonight's show started late, and we're just taking three calls. So if you want to be part of the three calls, you have to be fast to get a number. So the number here is 401 359 5072. Three calls. So you can ask your question now, or you can forever hold your peace, or we will just ask for our pattern and we'll be out of here. So we're going to entertain three calls, and the number is 401 359 5072. Remember, if you're calling, you're going to speak to the topic that is on the discussion. We are not going to just jump to any topic. Okay, we got a first caller here. Hello, caller.
Hey, Philip, this is Tito.
All right,
Tito Harris.
Mr. Harris, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling in regards to you preferring to the elders in the community and trying to put all the elders in one box. And we got some good elders in our community and some loving elders, people that care about us and all that. You understand? If one person does wrong, let's call them out, we name them and shame them. Mr. Gabler, he in a behavior of disrespecting everybody. If he does wrong, call his name on the show. If you guys a comment that he made, put a comment on the show. Let the whole community see it, and next time he will not do it. But this has been going on for a while, and it need to stop. That's my little piece of advice I got for him.
All right. Thank you, my dear brother, Mr. Harris. That's Tito Harris. He said we shouldn't just generalize it. We should name him and shame him. We got another call again coming in from somebody here. Hello, caller. Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Logan. How are you? I'm Jeremiah calling from Indianapolis.
How are you, my dear brother Jeremiah Chie? Welcome to the
I'm
Logan's
fine.
Hour.
Yeah, thank you. I'm calling to address a few issues relative to your discussion.
Okay.
As it relates to the female attack by an elder in the community, we totally condemn it, and we think it's demeaning. It has no place in our community, and we totally distance ourselves from these acts because we pay a huge respect to the females in our community, and we think that with all due respect, the gentleman should have gone that far, even if he disagrees with the person. And we say we support the taking the gentleman from the chat rooms, because we don't see the need for an other statesman to be that antagonistic to a female. And the second thing, when it relates to the tribal sentiments in the community, we don't see tribe at Team Parker, as well as the community at large. We are all Liberians from all walks of life. We came here to have a better living, and the American people are not asking us as to which tribe we belong to. So why now would we be questioning tribe? You and I know full well that we are all in the same base organization, but that don't give rise to us attacking who wants to be president or vice president of this community. This community deserves the professional. It's up to the voters to decide who they want to run the community. And we will all, at the end of the day, come together, put hands together, whoever wins, and we can forge ahead. On the third issue, the third issue has to do with personal attacks against the female. I think in previous conversations on various shows, I've always defended the rights of women. And those views don't reflect the Parker administration or Parker team, because we see that if an attack is given to one female, it's against every female. That's the reason why we distance ourselves from that other comment as well, because looking at the pigmentation of people's skin is not necessary in these processes, because we didn't choose our color, we didn't choose our mothers or fathers. We all came here because a decision was made. So we don't look at these things. We know on the periphery we are playing politics with everything. We are playing politics with everything, but we don't take it lightly when people attack the wives of people and other things. So I just try to make it clear here that the Parker team is very rigid when it comes to the rights of women and the rights of female as a whole, and everyone else. We foresee a peaceful community after these elections. Even during these periods, we also enjoy the camaraderie with everyone. So thank you, Mr. Philip Logan.
Thank you so much, my dear brother Jeremiah Chia. And he makes his point clear that his camp do not condone such act. So I have a call that came in twice. For the respect of this person, I'm going to place this call. Okay, the call is coming in. Ready. I'm going to place this call to this person. This is a Liberian. Another Liberian person here. When you hear her talking, you shouldn't say that different nationality again.
Hello.
Hello. Your name and where you call from?
Hi, my name is Bonnie Way, and I just have a comment on what I'm sorry. I have a comment on what Mr. Jeremiah just said.
Okay.
It's coming directly from the LAI group chat. I don't know who put this in here, but it says, folks, especially those watching on this platform, please be aware that electing Logan and Smith is like forming a United Bassa Association youth wing in Indiana. Are you aware that both Logan, sorry, no, I'm out of breath. Are you aware that both Logan and Smith are from the Bassa tribe? Please vote and vote right. Do you know that the other party?
So that came from Jeremiah, the presidential spokesperson?
No, it came from someone in the group chat. His name is AGAYFLOR22. I don't know who that is.
Okay.
But the Parker campaign vice president laughed at this comment. Okay. So how you get on there talking for way too long about how y'all not about unity? I mean, how y'all not about tribes and all this other stuff, but your vice president is laughing at such a comment. What's funny about that?
That's a very good point.
Are we not talking about tribes? Are we not bringing up division by making a comment like that? So that whole little speech he just gave was really long and unnecessary. And that's all I called to say. Sorry, I'm so out of breath.
All right. Thank you so much. So that's 3 calls, but for the respect of our community, we will just violate our own rule and just get a rebuttal to that. Go ahead, my dear brother.
uh, my dear sister, Bonnie just called. Yeah, my dear sister Bonnie just called and tried to say my speech wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessarily a speech. I was only distancing our team from the ongoing debacle. Now, the point that she raised that the vice presidential aspirant laughed at the comment is simple. These people, some of them, that comment was written by Anthony Giffler. And they don't know that these people are the same people. The aspiring laughing at that comment was comical because he himself belongs to the same Bassa Association, of which Javon Smith and fellow Logan are members of. And even I'm on the phone now. So, I mean, if people don't know things, they rush to say things. How can you call, if those people were elected, an auxiliary of the Bassa organization? I think we should be far away from these tribal sentiments like Bassa stuff because somebody plays an emoji and laughing. You have to understand that these things are critical to our times, and that's why he laughed because Mr. Gabriel is always in the habit of throwing tantrums and hiding behind them. That was the reason of that laugh. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jeremiah Chia. So that was Jeremiah Chia. Baneware, thank you for that as well. So we have exhausted our 3 minutes. It's already 9:27. And we have Hezekiah Consulting in Liberia. So if you're in America or whatever place, you need some consultancy, financial issues, he's one of those consultants. You'll see his flyer will be uploaded here shortly. So I would just turn to my sister, Bernie Alpha. You listen to Mr. Jeremiah Chia. He defending his scam. You have any rebuttal to that before you give your parting?
I mean, we will see as time goes by whether or not they stand by that statement. That's all I'm going to say for now on that. Um, because that is what going to show whether or not that's what they stand for. Um, Again, I just want to say thank you very much for having me on your show, giving me a voice to speak when some people will not allow newcomers to have voices in the community, so they say. But um, all these issues are things that we don't need to be focusing on. We have real issues in the community
Mm-hmm.
that we need to focus on. And excuse me, the elections, it's time for us to focus, think on the things that we need done in the community and push those forward.
You are so right, Bernice. You are so right. And I want to say at this point, thank you for always showing up on the Logan's Hour. I really do appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Bernice.
And thank the listeners for listening to me as well today. I appreciate you guys and the feedback. Have a good night.
Oh my gosh, she chose smaller though. Thank you so much. So that's my sister Bernice Alpha. She tough talking. I knew she was going to chew her little tough before she leaves. So I want to say to everyone out there, thank you so much to my sister Fatima Famule, Jima Famule, Celine, Avin Logan, Hezekiah Logan, Bunny Ware, and Jeremiah Chie, Prince Bono Abbott, and all of you who follow tonight. There are tons and tons of other people who follow this show tonight. And, as we stated, there's no place for anything that would divide us. We need to concentrate more on what unite us, and which, of course, I appreciate the presidential spokesperson from the Paco camp for coming up here and making it known as well that there's no space for this. We all got to push the message of unity, and unity is all we need in this community. So I want to say to all of you who follow us tonight, thank you for following us, and we look forward again to seeing you on Thursday. Thursday is the D day, and Thursday topic gonna be very hot, very very hot. Thank you so much again. Like your dough, make sure your doughs are locked, and when you sit in taxi in Liberia, look for your word. Bye bye. I said bye bye. You're still looking at me. Bye bye.